Happy release day to a game I made music for, a game called Luxuriant, which is a fantasy card-driven roguelike deck builder where you assemble and manage a deck of royals, citizens, weapons, and resources to outmaneuver enemies in turn-based combat. Yes, I did make all of the music for this. I actually talked about this in my showcase video that I put out at the end of February, so I'm going to show that video off, make it its own separate video to kind of hype up more of the release, to talk about the tracks that I made for this game, and I hope you check this out. Starting off with the main track. So the game does have you use royals and peasants, and so you kind of in this kind of royal setting, kind of in this regal setting, and so that was kind of the idea for some of the instrumentation that I used. I used a lot of synth, a little bit of horns, and kind of keep it light, kind of keep it airy, because you are kind of playing in the clouds almost, and so kind of trying to match the artistic style of what everything was going on there. So that was the idea behind the main track, and my background is usually more in lo-fi, so I wanted to kind of match those two ideas together, and that's how you get the main track. There's also a shop track that was added in, kind of similar to what I did for Balatro, kind of keep it very minimalist, very easy, kind of only two instruments there to kind of solidify that kind of shop or thinking feeling. So that's kind of the idea for the shop theme. There's actually two battle themes that I created for this. One of them is actually called the battle theme, and is also called the ambush theme, and they both kind of just embody the idea of that you're in a fight, you're in a battle, and so it increases the tempo just a little bit. The drums ramp up just a little bit and has a little bit more movement in the synths there. So that's how you have the two different battle themes that they can kind of alternate and switch off as they see fit. And then finally, we have the boss theme. Now, you can actually hear this thing very early on in the game if you want to choose to go to the boss as soon as you complete one run. But I would highly encourage you to go through the shops and also go through each section of the battle, because the bosses are harder and you won't be able to accumulate enough points if you go right to the boss. But hey, if you're feeling lucky, if you feel like you got a good hand, go for it, and you can hear the boss theme right away. A little bit more tension, a little bit more weightiness. There's more of a heavy bass theme throughout there. And towards the middle section of this theme, you kind of hear a melody kick in as you go forth throughout the boss theme, so check that one out. every single piece of music that I have created for Luxuriant. Shout out to Doug, aka Goblin Ruck, for giving me the opportunity to create music for this. There is a roadmap planned out for 2026, which may include more music for me depending on how this game goes. So I highly encourage you to pick up this game whenever you have the chance, or play the demo, let the dev know how you feel, give him feedback. I hope you do pick up Luxuriant, and I hope you listen to the music that I've created for this game. So excited to be able to share that with you today. So I hope I've convinced you to check out Luxuriant, or at the very least play the demo. Let the dev know how you feel about the game. Let me know how you feel about the music down in the comments below. The music should be available on Spotify or any other place where you listen to music, as well as on the Steam page below. I'm going to talk about this game a little bit more throughout the month of March. This game is going to be my roguelike of the month. And I know Slay the Spire 2 is out, and a lot of people are playing it. Like, I think over 400,000 people are playing this game right now, but I do want to talk about this one a little bit more, just because, I mean, I made music on it, so I'm very heavily biased towards this game, and maybe show you how to play the game if you're unfamiliar with how this game is. It's a pretty good tutorial, but if you want to see somebody else play the game, see me play the game, and talk a little bit more about it, I am going to talk about Luxuriant more as my roguelike of the month. So check that out, more videos on Luxuriant, or if you want to see more videos that I have, including the whole showcase video that I did at the end of the month, that will pop up at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my music. My name is GK, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.